Hey, what's up everybody? This is Dr. Andrew Kim, MD, and today I'm going to start documenting my attempt and journey on the 75 Hard program. Now, many of you out there probably are already familiar with 75 Hard as it's been a trendy and popular program that's been making its circles on social media for the last couple years. But for those of you who aren't familiar, the 75 Hard program was created by Andy Frisella, who's a motivational speaker. He owns a supplement company, and basically he describes it as not as a fitness or an exercise program, but as a transformative mental toughness program. And he, and his website indicate that any physical changes or physical benefits are really secondary, but it's really to promote kind of reconditioning and helping you become more mentally tough in the face of adversity, to help you overcome challenges and achieve your goals, and really kind of promote things like confidence, self-esteem, self-worth, increase your self-belief, increase your fortitude and grittiness in the face of adversity. Now, in order to complete this 75-day program, you have to basically follow a rule set and complete certain tasks every day for 75 consecutive days. Okay, 75 consecutive days. And if you're unable to do so on a certain day, you have to start over and reset that to day one until you can do it for 75 days straight. Now, let's read through what some of those daily tasks are. The first one is to exercise twice a day for 45 minutes each session, so 2 45-minute workouts. One of those workouts per day has to be outside, outdoors, okay? They leave it very general and vague because, there isn't any kind of specific regimen you have to do. Their website says that, you can kind of cater it to your level of fitness. You should make it challenging, but you don't have to go overboard. They gave examples like if you haven't been working out for a while, you're a beginner, one of those could just be a 45-minute walk and then do something else for the other 45 minutes. But twice a day, 45 minutes each, one of them outside. Second one is to drink a gallon of water each day. The third one is to pick an eating plan or a diet to stick to during the 75 days. Again, they're not specific, and they say, whatever you're trying to do for healthy eating, if you already have kind of a regimen, just stick with it. Now, a couple of specific stipulations they have on this, though, is no cheat meals and no alcohol during the 75 days. Now, the fourth one is to read a minimum of 10 pages from a nonfiction self-development book. So books that are going to help you grow and increase your skill set. So things like books on leadership, on emotional growth, on spiritual growth, etc., to basically kind of help you with the non-physical growth aspect during this 75-day program. The fifth and final one is to take a progress photo each day as you go on this journey. So, first let's get to why the heck would I do this? And, kind of sounds masochistic, painful, and a setup for some frustration. And you're probably right. And I think some critics, are correct in saying that, those are some of the concerns about this program. First of all, look, I'm not promoting this or, promoting that you guys go do this. I want to be very clear about that. You should always consult with your physician or licensed qualified medical professional before you start any kind of program that involves exercise or fitness. All right. Now, for me, I'm kind of using this more so as like a catalyst or a jumpstart to help me get motivated in general. So, look, I know you out there, many of you out there, just this whole pandemic situation around the world. Look, it's kind of got me in a rut to some degree, and I'm talking physically, mentally, emotionally. From a physical standpoint, look, I am 6'1". I weighed myself yesterday, 235 pounds. My BMI is 31.0. This is the heaviest I have ever been. This is the most overweight and out of shape I've been. Now, I don't think it's healthy to obsess about pounds and the number itself, but it's not really about that for me. It's really the health risk. I have a family history of diabetes. I already know that my blood sugars are maybe borderline, and I need to keep that in check. Day to day, I feel sluggish. Okay, I need to over-caffeinate myself. I can barely keep up with my 4-year-old son when I play with him. I have to take breaks all the time. I haven't been treating my body right. My son and I, we love to go to Dunkin' Donuts and McDonald's each morning. And between that and other meals, I've probably been eating out at fast food places like 8 to 9 times a week. Emotionally, mentally, I kind of have, pandemic burnout. You've kind of heard that term. Spiritually speaking, I really haven't been, attending church or virtual church services during most of this pandemic. So I'm kind of in, a rut and looking for something to kind of jumpstart, to kind of get me into a more positive mindset, more motivated kind of mindset. I said, look, why not do a fun experiment on YouTube so that you guys, as my subscribers and the general public, can see my attempt to try this program. So I'm going to document it. Today's day 1, and I completed day 1. And I will post weekly progress videos. So I'm not going to do one every single day to bore you with all the minutia, but each week I'll let you know if I made it through that week or I had to start over, and kind of let you know some of my progress, some of my obstacles and challenges, things that I found difficult, and we'll just see how it goes and make this a fun online social media YouTube experiment to see how it goes. And I'll give you my genuine feedback on whether this is truly something that kind of helps you with your mental toughness, or if some of the critics are right. Now, some of the critics out there have said, look, and I think they have valid points. Number one, look, this kind of is arbitrary. So at 75 days, like, who just kind of arbitrarily set that number? And, it's so regimented, it almost sets up this all or nothing mentality. Like, if you can't get it right, you failed and you have to start over. And life's not like that. Things happen in life. You have to be flexible and adaptable. And those things are important skill sets and strengths. To say, look, the way that I planned things out, it didn't go this way. It doesn't mean I'm a failure. I need to adapt and be flexible, because that's just how life is. That's just how it is. Some of the other concerns are, from critics are, working out twice a day, having no rest days or recovery days. I think we all can agree that that can potentially make you more prone to injury. Honestly, just even reducing some of your gains if you're constantly working out. So look, I'm not going to compromise or cheat the system, but I'm also not going to go crazy to make myself injury prone. So I'm going to, listen to my body and try to, complete the tasks without skirting around it or trying to find shortcuts, because that's the whole point. You're not supposed to compromise. But the critics definitely have a point. Some of the other criticisms are just the idea of, following a diet. In fairness, I think some of those critics have been harsh. The website says an eating plan, so that could just mean eating healthy. So for me, I'm not going to do anything Spartan or starve myself or calorie count. For me, it's just general healthy eating. For me, it's I'm going to cut out fast food. I'm going to cut that out. Cut out all the crazy late night snacking I've been doing, the cheating I've been doing late at night, doing pantry raids basically. All the ice cream I've been eating, the sodas, the artificial sweeteners, my energy drinks that I love. So I'm going to cut out these things and, try to just eat healthy in general. I know what healthy eating is. I just can't follow through with it. So that's part of that mental toughness aspect. For me, with the reading, I'm going to give this book a try, see how it goes. Some of the other critics say that, look, this whole thing's basically a scheme or a scam to increase awareness of this guy's brand so that he could just sell more supplements at the end of the day, even though he says this is a mental transformation program. He owns a supplement company, and a lot of people are really drawn to this because of the before and after photos of people's physical changes, even though it's kind of touted as a mental toughness program. So let's see, that's part of what I'm interested in. Are the critics correct? This is a load of crock. As the guy who created this, does it truly work? My honest take on it before even starting or just doing day one is the truth is probably in between. I mean, obviously, working through adversity has got to have, there's got to be aspects of building kind of this mentality of toughness and overcoming adversity. And there's probably positive aspects to this, but I can see some of those criticisms have valid concerns, and there's probably truth to them as well. So look, we'll see how it goes. I've completed day one. I'll do weekly recaps, and let's see how it goes. And I'll follow me on Instagram as well, as I'll try to post on there, post some photos along the way. So let's give it a shot. Dr. Andrew Kim, gonna give 75 hard a go. Until next time,